Scream it, Firehawks! Welcome back to the channel, The Expanse, Season 2, Episode 8. Welcome back, Anderson Dawes. It was a few episodes since we have seen this man, and he came in real strong this episode. He is making some
like
plays.
Like a hero and some shit.
I mean, he's making plays. He's talking to all the right people, it looks like. He is positioning himself to be the grand leader of the belt. Fred Johnson gave another, like, these two dudes in the same room, and when they're talking, they're just like two really big, powerful personalities, both clearly alphas. And it's like, Alpha. Do we follow him? Do we follow him? Do we follow him? But, like, Dawes, like, nailed him with the whole Earth thing.
Yeah, I was
like,
going to say, until he, puts the whole, but you're an Earther.
Yeah, like, that's rough.
You're a friend of the belt.
Yeah,
that's about as far as that goes.
Exactly. I mean, Fred leads, he's got his own group of followers within the belt. But it's like, it feels like Dawes just has that extra little bit of leverage. And the way he was talking to some of the folks in that last episode, and I think he got to Naomi. Like, I think Naomi now feels conflicted.
Yeah.
And she's not sure exactly where she needs to be. Actually, I think she knows exactly where she needs to be. And I get the vibe that it's not with Holden anymore. Because
ouchie.
Holden's in a really tough spot because he's
an Earther.
And he's an idealist. Like, he wants everybody to be happy. He wants no sides to be picked. He wants everyone to just live together peacefully with the same mindset. And people know that that's not realistic. Every time there's peace between Earth and Mars, as Anderson Dawes says, that's when the Belters get targeted. Mm-hmm. Because it's like, oh, we need to figure out what to do. And it's like, oh, well, no one
owns them.
Right, like, he had this whole thing about, like, 9/10 of the law is possession, and, like, yeah, Earth is all about possession, and that's not the way the Belters operate. So, like, things are getting real interesting. I feel like there's maybe a divide of some sort coming. I don't know if, like, Naomi would ever actually, like, leave the crew to go off with Dawes. But, like, there's a small part of me that feels like she's kind of leaning towards that direction almost.
I can't see
I don't know.
happening. But,
I don't know. Holden's getting, like, he's getting real intense in certain moments. I mean, we don't know what his intent was when he went to go find the scientist. What's his name?
Cortazar.
He went there with a loaded weapon. Was he going to go pull a Miller and kill the mad scientist? Like, or was he just going to go in there and talk to him and pull him out of his cell and do something else? But, like, he looked like he had the mindset that he was going to go kill the dude. Because
that's what I thought. He had his weapon out, too. It's not like it was just, like, loaded in his pants.
Jeez. Wow. But seriously, like, yeah, great. You just derailed that whole conversation. The idea that he would go in there and kill somebody is not very James Holden. Like, okay.
Sorry.
A few moments later.
Okay, we're good.
You sure?
We're good.
Okay.
We're fine.
But like I just said, like, that's not very James Holden to go murder somebody in that kind of scenario.
No, I agree.
Like, he wants the protomolecule gone. He thinks it's gone. He also probably doesn't want anyone to reveal the fact that they hid somewhere.
No,
like,
100%. Oh, yeah, we didn't have time. We were busy.
Especially the way Cortazar is, like, cranking those numbers and just in the zone on all those, like, super high-tech machines. Like,
yeah,
he probably found something.
He knows.
And
it's talking to him.
And the fact that Dawes kidnapped him, and
that's super
that whole
scary.
situation was super tense, and, like, they're gone now. So Dawes took Cortazar. They're gone. They want the protomolecule to help the belt. Holy shit, that sounds like a really dangerous situation. It just seems so crazy. And we're also now dealing with this whole Amos thing, where he wasn't present at the end of the episode. Right. He had this moment where they were handing out goods to the folks, and, you know, someone got into a little skirmish over it's one per person, so there was a little fight over it. He pushed a little boy's mom. The boy, like, don't touch my mom, like, got upset and, like, got scared of him. And there was a moment, we differ on what we think is happening here. But in my eyes, I got the vibe, especially the way like Amos looked at everyone else who was like happy and cheerful and they were like in good moods handing stuff out. I feel like he's lacking some empathy. I don't think he's on like a Cortazar level where it's completely wiped out of his brain, because we have seen Amos do things good for his friends. He does care about the people that are close to him. But I do feel like there is something lacking, and I think that bothers him.
So you think he wants more empathy?
I think he wants to figure out how to... The reason why I think he was having a conversation with Cortazar was like asking if it was reversible, if it's permanent, this or that. Like if it's something...
Do you think that that's already happened?
I mean, based off of his history, it sounds like he's been through so much shit that kind of stuff just might... Like even the scientist said it. Like you burn that out of your brain essentially with everything that you've been through. And I just think that he is lacking it. I don't think it's been like removed. You deal with enough shit in your life and you're just gonna like not have the empathy.
Block it out.
So like I think he's trying to figure out a way to bring it back, maybe, is kind of the way I interpreted that whole situation.
I feel like he wants to get rid of it.
So you think he wants to have no empathy at all?
I think he just...
You think he wants to be a mindless soldier?
Sometimes. I think sometimes. I feel like that's just him, though. Like, that's just Amos. Like,
yeah.
He's
I think there's
all
more to
about
him.
The mission.
Yeah. And I think that might be something that might be part of what he kind of like... If he does like a self-evaluation type of thing, I think that might be something that he realizes, that he is too much about the mission, too much about, like... Whatever my captain says, I do it without any questions or regret. Like, I wonder if the soldier in him is, like, starting to conflict with the person kind of thing.
Right.
So, I don't know. I interpreted that scene a little different. But, I mean, I'm sure we didn't get to hear from him at all. So, I'm sure something's going to come up at some point to kind of explain more where his mindset is at. But, yeah, I think it's really cool that we got a scene with him, because he's a really interesting character.
He is.
And more depth to a guy like that, I think, would be really cool to see. So, I don't know. We'll see what direction it goes. But it's definitely a really cool story. It also seems like we're getting really close to this whole Mars-Earth summit thing, where, you know, Gunny's going to go there to represent Mars on this whole attack that played out. And that's another really interesting situation, because... Clearly they were attacked by an alien. Clearly people don't necessarily want to talk about aliens based off of kind of the way Christians talked about it. The way her commanders were like, we fired first, and like wants to like protect things. And when she was talking about the man not wearing a vac suit out in space.
That's scary shit.
I mean, that's a big red flag. And to be honest, it almost makes you wonder if she knows what she saw. Like, us sitting here watching the show, it's like, oh yeah, that's a fucking alien. Like...
Oh, of course. I've seen them 100 times.
It's like, would Gunny have any clue even what that is?
Right. Is that a topic of discussion?
Right. Like, are there aliens?
The possibility of aliens.
So that was a really interesting kind of thing, as there were multiple moments where she was interrogated on the situation, and it almost seemed like her story was like... becoming more foggy as she was telling it.
That's what I felt like, and it's like, anytime that she got truthful, the alien came out. Anytime that she was, trying to make it seem like it's all Earth's fault.
Right, and they put her in the seat, they gave her the pill to kind of heighten her focus, and that's when that came out, because she was like looking at, and she was basically reenacting it in her brain. And, the one time that she got encounter on it, she was just like, hunkered down and doubled down on this whole war with Earth. If they want it, they got it. And it's like, okay,
well,
yeah.
I feel like when she wants war, that's when it's real foggy. But when she talks about the alien, then it's real clear.
Like, there were 6 of them, and there was one behind them, and they were running away from it. And yeah, that whole thing is going to be really interesting to see how it plays out in this summit. Because Christian and Aaron Wright are on completely different sides about how this should be handled.
I love that Aaron Wright got totally talked over. Yeah, I was like, bitch, you suck.
He's like, Christian, what do you think?
Yes.
And it's like, oh, damn. So there's a whole lot of like chess pieces moving around in this episode, a lot going on, a lot we still need to find out. Hey, Mao, where are you? What are you doing? Like, that's like one of like the big like elephants in the room at the moment.
Yeah.
Where it's like, where did this guy go? We haven't heard from him in a little while since this whole thing went down with Aaron Wright. Is he still behind the scenes pulling all the strings? Is he still making a whole bunch of shit work and happen? I'm fascinated. I can't wait to see where this goes. Do you have any other thoughts before we jump into it?
I don't.
Let's go. Oh. Is that the kid that we saw? There was someone waving their arms during the attack in the window.
Is that what that was?
Yeah. Oh, shit. What the fuck? Are these folks infected? Is that another fucking...
Arrows?
Hey, me looking for my daughter May. She here?
Bring a child here, Beltalowda.
Oh, shit.
Dr. Meng?
Doris.
So nice to see you back on your feet.
I think these are just all survivors from that whole situation.
Okay.
Where are we?
A freighter. Refugee ship.
Refugee ship? What?
There was a battle in orbit. Nobody knows what started it, but one of the mirrors was destroyed. Fragments started falling down. They hit our dome.
What happened to May? She was at a doctor's appointment at the clinic in Sector 4.
So sorry. Half the mirror came down on Sector 4. May's gone.
Oh, shit.
Where's Dawes?
Don't know. Let me check my pockets.
You're gonna tell me everything he said, or I'm gonna break you in two.
Oh shit.
What you doing here?
None of your business.
For the good, better stay back.
Trusted you, little shit.
I need your Chester to no belt to do. You don't want for fight no more. Then go back for your real home. Door's gonna be fist for the belt.
Oh, shit.
Put him in the hole.
Jogo.
Oh shit.
Yep.
A four-man skiff registered to the harbor master's office on Sirius pushed off from the opposite side of the ring. Dawes' ship was a diversion.
Why wasn't the skiff locked down?
Clamps were released manually at the berth.
So Dawes obviously had inside help.
I wonder who the inside help was.
We lost track.
Who was in charge of security at this goddamn station?
That would be me.
Interesting.
Say what you mean.
Either you're doing an incredibly shitty job, or you're no longer in control of the people who work for you.
Or she let Dawes go. I love the Belters accents, by the way.
Yeah, me too. It's kind of Creole.
We have traveled far together, my Baratna, but this is where we must part ways. You told us that when you destroy Protogen, the Earth Corp responsible for killing so many of our brothers and sisters on Eros, that you destroyed all its secrets as well.
Oh shit.
There was nothing left for us to fear. You preserved what you could of this terrible new weapon.
Oh, shit.
Keeping those secrets for yourself. No doubt believing that when the time comes, as it surely must, you would decide when to use the weapon to defend the belt. And we have taken to you as a brother. This is the Urta in you still. We do not want to live under anyone's boot, Faye Johnson. Afraid that if we disobey, we will have our air cut off, our water ration be spaced, or be herded into chambers to be used like animals. This is the way it has been until now.
Dang.
No more. I have stolen your secret, Fred Johnson, and I am giving it to the belt.
Oh shit.
The protomolecule was talking to him.
Cortazar was scanning the system for signals like that. He found one.
Where?
He was still trying to figure it out.
You didn't mention any of this.
There wasn't any time. We need to find the source of that shout before Cortazar leads Dawes to it. I'm sorry, I didn't tell you there was more of it out there.
Why didn't you?
I knew how you'd feel and didn't want to argue about it.
I've got work to do.
This isn't good. I think she's losing faith in him.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Hey, where you been? Different places. Okay, listen, I got me a whole bunch of busted up hand terminals that I gotta get operational for the refugees. I could really use some help. You gonna give me a hand?
No.
What?
Dude, he's in a bad place right now. Shit.
Take care of yourself.
You too.
All Enos, this way.
You know we'll be competing for the same job, right?
Aw, going together.
You? No.
No, I'm going with my friend.
We're traveling together.
Enos only.
Doris.
Oh my god!
Oh, shit. What the fuck?
Built a life first from now on.
Oh my god.
Damn. So even if you had nothing to do with it, and you're from one of the inners, you're fucking spaced. Fuck.
What you used to do for a living, then. Did Fred ever do you wrong?
I suppose not.
Then why don't you trust him?
What's he gonna do with that kid who helped Dawes?
If Fred believes we need to make an example of that stupid child, he will. Fred serves the best interests of the belt.
Dawes seems to think different.
Dawes has always had a unique way of seeing the world.
Do you know him?
Oh, Dawes wronged her.
So how'd you end up here?
I was with Dawes when he found Fred in a bar, other outcasts still reeking with the blood of the belters he slaughtered on Anderson Station. Fred was looking for death. He would have welcomed it, but Dawes spoke to him, showed him a different path. It was more than talk.
Fuck.
You found what Cortazar found.
There's protomolecule on Ganymede Station.
Oh,
What the fuck?
shit.
There's no mistaking the data.
We know that the protomolecule learns that it keeps on changing.
Which means Ganymede could be worse than Eros. Even if it is.
Then we go there, find it, and shut it down.
The protomolecule is out in the world now. We just have to accept that and figure out how to deal with it.
Naomi.
I don't think Holden's down with that idea.
Jim. Let's see if we can connect anyone on Ganymede to Protogen.
Right, check the personal directories on Ganymede Station. Show us anyone with Protogen in their employment history.
Who here was on Ganymede when the battle broke out?
Okay, now just ones with advanced degrees in genetics, biology, nanoinformatics. Dr. Lawrence Strickland.
It can't be this easy.
There's no reason for him to hide.
Check the photos. Who are the people with him and where are they now?
Oh shit. Oh shit.
I'm a little behind right now.
Dawes.
Don't let your pride get in.
Oh shit.
Put it down!
No one else needs to die.
Oh shit.
We want the missile, boss man. All them other missile. If you're not going to use them, we will.
Oh shit. This shit is getting messy. The Belters are starting to take over.
What do you know about Dr. Lawrence Strickland?
He's my daughter's pediatrician. soybean. Botanist.
What the fuck?
Give us the codes. No.
Oh shit.
You may as well put the next one in me.
You decided nothing, nada.
You can launch the missiles too, me pensa, huh?
Show us. Join us.
I work for Fred.
No!
Maybe not for long, though. Give us the codes. Then maybe she live long enough for see doctor.
Holy shit.
This is getting fucking heavy.
Oh my god, is he looking for his mom?
Or the other woman that was taking care of him.
Oh, that's right. That's right, sorry.
Your problem is the only person you give a shit about is yourself. Isn't that most people's problems? If they're being honest? There's a lot of people coming aboard this station right now, Amos, and they need our help. So why don't you help them? I am. What I'm trying to figure out is why you won't. Because I don't feel like it. We help each other. That's what people do. We help. That's why we have a civilization. So then why don't you help your family? They're right there on Mars where you left them. God damn you. You can throw that in my face? Oh, Jesus! Amos! Amos! I don't want to fight you, Alex. Please don't make me. Because if we do, who's going to fly the ship?
My god.
Don't fight me because you're gonna die because I'm not losing.
Dude,
Did he get his procedure done?
I don't.
Strickland turned up on Ganymede as a pediatrician. The connection is the daughter.
Could you please show us whatever you can of me?
Strickland took her out of the clinic.
This was nearly an hour before the mirror fell. Your daughter might still be alive.
He knew battle was coming.
Oh shit.
Those missiles won't do you any good. Earth's not defenseless. They'll shoot them down.
Maybe not all.
And then they'll destroy Tycho.
And if they do, just more oxygen for the fire of the great Belter Revolution.
What is Amos gonna go shut them down manually?
Right, that's what I'm thinking.
Naomi just bypassed the air quality sensors and she's maxing out the CO2 scrubbers. How close are you to the cutoff?
Almost there.
Dude, hurry up. Oh my god.
I'm trying to walk around in zero gravity, dude. I'm sure it's not easy.
Nitrogen levels are going through the roof. Kill the oxygen now!
Oh shit, they fucking pulled the air out.
Yep.
You're messing with the air.
Oh shit.
Genius.
Is Fred gonna be able to handle it better because he's Earther?
What, just holding his breath, basically? I don't think anybody can do that.
Get that girl.
Maybe longer, just a little bit. Oh shit!
Oh!
Oh, shit!
Oh!
Oh damn, dude!
Took care of it!
Oh shit!
Okay.
So you're locking me in? This is how you treat all your guests?
You're not a guest. You're a guide.
Shit.
Naomi said that you're coming with us to find your little girl. It's a good reason.
Amos, he's so hard to read. He has empathy. He doesn't have empathy. He has emotion. He doesn't have emotion. What the fuck's happening?
He seems really cold right now, though.
Yes.
Like, way colder than before.
Like something happened to him.
To ask you something. Fred told you there was more protomolecule out there, but you found Cortazar missing after that. Why did you?
I went there to kill him.
Oh
did.
shit.
He did.
You're not an executioner.
He defended Miller when he killed Dresden. How is this any different?
It's different because it's you, not a murderer. It's not the James Holden I know and love.
Oh, love. Love. Love.
I need you to remind me who I am so I can come back. I love you too.
Aww, stop.
I love you through it all. Promise. No more secrets.
Well.
I know we've had our differences,
But if you
find the protomolecule on Ganymede Station.
I sure as hell ain't gonna bring it back to you.
But don't bother to come back here at all. You will no longer be welcome on Tycho Station.
Dang.
You still think you're gonna be in charge when I get back? You said it yourself, the game has changed. Whether any of us like it or not, I really am sorry. You're just not a part of it anymore.
You're free to go.
Wow, dude. This story is just growing and growing and growing. Whew. I mean,
I have questions, but I'm not sure how to articulate them.
that was a lot in that episode, because Amos showed back up and the dude seems just shut down, super cold, like whether he just went to think and like, I don't know, meditate, or just like...
Or he had something done. Did he get his fucking brain zapped? What is happening?
I don't know, but something definitely really heavy hit him, and whether it's just like self-reflection or whatever he's going through, he is going through it right now.
Okay, because so it's like I feel like he got his brain zapped, but then he's looking for the woman who took care of him. Do those really line up? Like, if you don't give a shit anymore, then why are you looking for her?
Yeah, it's a tricky situation. I mean, I think you said it during the episode. The dude's hard to read. Like at
one point you think, oh my god, he's just a meathead. He's just all about, like, you know,
fighting people,
following orders, fighting, and all that
blowing shit up, yeah.
But then in this episode,
I mean,
it's
that Cortazar conversation shifted a lot for him, I think.
Yeah.
I think it did a lot for him. And Holden admitting that he was going to go kill him.
Yeah! Who are you, bro?
And it's exactly like Naomi said. Like, she defended it when Miller did it, but Holden's not Miller.
No.
Like, it was kind of what I was talking about at the beginning. Like, that's not what James Holden's all about. That's not who he is as a person. He's not going to walk into some dude's cell and just shoot them in the head and kill him. Like, that's not his style. But he's reached an extreme point now where he just wants this protomolecule gone. And it feels like he's willing to do whatever it takes.
So Naomi, she's looking at what I think is the one that they hid.
Yeah,
is she
she's
like
being a little
that,
sneaky.
Yeah, she is she like worried that someone's gonna find it, but then they didn't find it because now they're looking at Ganymede. Yeah, however you say that.
I think it's Ganymede.
Ganymede. It's
Is there a D in there?
Yeah.
Oh, there is a D in there.
Ganymede. But do you think that maybe that missile took itself to Ganymede?
I don't.
Ganymede?
The thing that's tripping me out too, like talking about having trouble reading some of these characters. I'm struggling a little bit with Naomi right now.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the Belter in her is kind of agreeing with everything that Dawes is saying and doing, but she's with Holden, who's an Earther, who, as we just saw in this episode, they were revolting against anybody that was from one of the Inners, and it's like, does she want to be all the way in on being a Belter? Does she want to be all the way in with being with Holden? That was a really touching moment with Holden. I'm still not sure where her head is at completely. And it's really interesting the way that she's like being real sneaky about the stuff that she's looking at and the stuff that she's working on. I don't know what her intentions are or what her ultimate like mindset is at right now. She's another tough one that seems like she's conflicted and not exactly, she might not even know exactly where she's at right now. So it's impossible for us to interpret it, is kind of the way like I'm thinking about it. She's in a tough spot. And I'm having trouble reading it. So I'm not sure what her intentions are, where her mindset's at. I think it's one of those back and forth conflict things that she's kind of dealing with.
Yeah. I like, you know, you want to come up with all these questions, but then you don't want to be like, you should know that, stupid. And so it's like, I'm just gonna hold on to my questions.
I mean, I have no problem asking a silly question if I should have known this already. But, like, the protomolecule on Ganymede, how did Holden know that that was there? I guess is one of my questions.
Okay, so they saw on the satellite when Naomi and Drummer, like, were in that little station. They went up to the antenna and they located what Cortazar was looking for, like, basically pinged on Ganymede. And so now that's how Holden knows that there's stuff on Ganymede. But, like, what about that shit that they hid behind the rock? That's what I feel like Naomi is looking at. But then
yeah, I guess the thing that might not be too clear to us is the stuff Naomi knew about the stash. She was there for that.
Yeah,
she was helped. There. Did this have something else to do with Eros and it crashing and something else happening? Because Ganymede is near Jupiter, if I'm right about that. And so that might have something to do with Eros crashing into Jupiter and something being on Ganymede. But I guess the connection with Holden is kind of throwing me off.
And I am so sorry if we should already know this shit.
I mean, that's where Gunny was. That's where the alien attack happened. That's where the UN Marines and the Martian Marines fought. That's where, like, we saw the person waving in the window. It was that dude's kid waving in the window.
It was May.
So I still feel like there's a lot that needs to be, like, I feel like, well, what do those things connect the dots? We got a lot of dots.
We have a ton of dots.
Got a lot of dots that still need to get connected.
Not a lot of
lines. I feel like. Yeah, I think we're getting there, though. But I for sure thought we were...
you guys are screaming right now.
Maybe not. This show does a really good job of giving you the information you need and not revealing everything too soon. So there might be a little extra that still needs to be revealed that we're not on top of.
So do we need to talk about Strickland right now? Because I really don't have a ton of questions right now about him.
Yeah, this show does a really good job, too, of just out of nowhere introducing new important characters.
Yeah, just like Strickland. Oh yeah, you should know him.
When I don't think I thought he was a doctor, the dude that Christian was talking about, but maybe not now. I'm not sure. I got to go back and actually compare the two scenes. But I don't think it was the same person. But is this as parents? My immediate thought was what do you mean he just became your pediatrician? Usually you have the same pediatrician from when the baby is little.
No, I think he...
It sounded like he had just shown up there, though. In the way they were talking about it. That he just arrived there.
I don't know, but anybody that's going to take my daughter out of the office...
Yeah.
Say what, motherfucker?
So there was clearly something interesting with the daughter.
Who is May?
Right. And is Strickland someone that is working directly with Mao?
That's...
Mao is still the big giant wild card, I feel like, in all of this. Because we haven't heard from him in 3 or 4 episodes. And now we're hearing about this doctor who's more than just a pediatrician being sent there and leaving right before the attack.
And the whole protogen.
Right.
Working with protogen.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of red flags.
Which is Mao's...
Exactly.
Branch of his business.
Yeah. So there's this episode, this show does a great job of constantly presenting new questions. I for sure thought we were going to get something with Gunny at the summit in this episode, but I guess not. Maybe that's going to be the next episode. But that whole situation, I'm still really curious about. This whole Belter revolt is getting really dangerous, it seems like. Mm-hmm. They're starting to make moves. They wanted to take the fucking rockets and send them to Earth.
They're just fucking popping people.
Yeah. I mean, that's what a revolt is. They're revolting against everything.
I get
just launching people from Ganymede into space because they're from Earth or
from Mars.
Yeah. So this is getting real heavy. It's getting real serious and dangerous. And now that Dawes has the new mad scientist, this is just all getting real because he's gonna find it. He's gonna figure some shit out. And if they get their hands on the protomolecule, I couldn't imagine them just sitting on it they're going to use it and figure out what to do and put some problems for Earth and Mars. But this shit is getting crazy. This is really, really interesting. This, like, it happens every episode. Like, expectations keep just climbing and climbing, and just the severity of everything that's playing out just keeps getting more and more serious. It's like, shit. It's getting wild. So, there's a lot of confusion. Let us know, obviously, without spoilers, what we need or should know to this point. I feel like
you're
it's
either on the right track or you're not.
Right, I have a feeling, again, I think we're supposed to be a little stumped, a little confused, because they do a really good job about that in this show. Is they don't give you everything. They don't hold your hand through the process and the storytelling. They let things build, let the dots kind of slowly get connected. And yeah, I think we're where we should be. Except maybe about the whole Holden knowing about the other stuff part. I need to figure that out. But do you have any other thoughts?
This is one of those nights when I wish we watched 2 episodes in one night.
Yeah.
Because I would really like to watch the next episode right now so I can get some shit figured out.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there.
Cool.
But any other thoughts?
No.
All right, y'all. Leave your thoughts and comments down below. As always, like, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, and we'll see y'all later. Have a good one. Bye.